So I wanted to make a video about Cardano DeFi. First, one of the most important things for you is TapTool. Some of the top projects right now are Iagon, which is a decentralized storage, kind of like AWS. ViFi, I think, is the up-and-coming DEX. So if you click on ViFi, it'll show you the chart. SNEC is the meme coin. So this is silly, but I've got a little bit of money in it, not gonna lie. And I'll show you why I have money in it. So Iagon's pumping, ViFi's pumping, AADA is the lending and borrowing platform. I'll show you a little bit of that platform, but if you zoom out, you'll see that this thing has done a 10x or something, and has plenty of room to continue going. All these DeFi protocols, they're compared to Ethereum at the peak of the last bull market, are potentially 100 to 200x potential. So what is it? It's Aave on Ethereum. AADA compared to Aave is a 200x difference. So potentially some huge gains to be made here. India is another protocol. This is their token. So you can come here and check, kind of check what's happening with the charts, and then you can see who's buying and selling, how much they're buying and selling, and you can kind of look at who's what here, and you can open this up and take a look at their wallet. But my computer's being slow, so I'm not going to waste too much time doing that. So tap tools, before you get started, that's it. So if you don't know anything about DeFi, I'm going to try to just like give you a very basic rundown. So this is Vive Finance. This is a decentralized exchange. So you can get on the DEX, and if I want to trade ADA for ViFi, I can click ADA, ViFi. You can put 200 ADA, and it'll swap it over to ViFi. So it's an exchange essentially, like Coinbase, only decentralized. You don't need to KYC or like anything. They don't know who I am. I am running this through my Nami wallet. So Chrome browser, Nami, and then you can open up your Yoroi wallet, or you can just start a new wallet and transfer funds from Yoroi to Nami is how I made that work. So I guess I'll show you the Nami wallet. So you have your receive address, you can send things, and this is everything that's in my wallet. And all these are LP tokens, which is the yield farming token, which I'll show you here. So if we go to Vive Finance Home, I mean, there's so much stuff, and I just want to give a quick video here. But right now I'm currently making 77 ViFi a day. So that's 77 of these tokens valued at 77 cents. What is that? That's $50. $50 a day that I'm making by providing liquidity. So if I show you my farms, this is one. I have 19,700 ADA worth of ADA ViFi liquidity tokens. So it's I put $500 worth of ADA, $500 worth of ViFi, and then it kind of trades a little bit back and forth. If ViFi pumps, it automatically sells a little bit of the ViFi for ADA, and that's called impermanent loss. I put an impermanent loss calculator up here. I'll show you real quick. But if you were interested in this, you just go to how do I want to do this? Add liquidity is the easiest way, and this is simple. Zap ADA, and you can zap ADA into ADA Iagon, ADA into this one. You know, all these different ones. This is another lending and borrowing protocol, definitely worth looking into. The protocol is called YAMFOR, YAMFORE. It hasn't been released yet, but it's soon. Empowa is another one that I have. They're helping people build houses in Africa. World Mobile is helping people or creating internet access in Africa. This is lending and borrowing. This is a metaverse. This is synthetics. I'll show you this one. This is one of my favorites. Meld is a neobank. Gens is going to be another exchange, and with some AI stuff built into it. Milk is another exchange. So these are the ones that I'm holding. So if you wanted to zap, you could literally just zap into any one of these and then click, 200, and then it'll take it into these tokens. If you want to see what you do have, here's your liquidity. So I have 11,000 ADA worth of this liquidity pair. If I wanted to remove some, you could just remove 6%, and it's going to spit out 300 ADA, 330 ADA, and 5,000 IAG. And then I would confirm and type in my password and everything, and that would go through. So this is where most of my money is, and that's why I'm making $80 a day doing yield farming. So that's the exchange. Indigo. If we go to the dashboard, I have a little bit of a collateralized debt position. So you can see my collateral ratio is 177. At 110, it liquidates. So I've got 600 ADA. I've made 0.003284 IBTC, which is a synthetic Bitcoin. It's pegged to the price of Bitcoin. And then I've taken that and I've put it in the stability pool, which is currently at 105%. So you put all this in here, and then when those loans get liquidated because Bitcoin's moved up compared to ADA, or ADA's dropped compared to Bitcoin, whatever, that collateral is liquidated and it's dumped into this. So I just cashed out 500 ADA the other day. So I made 500, 600 some ADA using this stability pool protocol. So if I wanted to, I could manage, I could, deposit more, which would spit out the 26 ADA that it's going to give me. Or I can just claim my ADA. And then also from this, I'm getting paid in Indie rewards as well. So if we were to go down to this, that would be the same thing as clicking on Indie rewards down here. And you can see I've got, what is that? About 2 Indie, that I could claim. Now there's going to be a fee for that, but 2 Indie is close to 20 ADA. So that's, just making money there. But that's the main thing. All these, like the good ones, and you could stake Indie, that's right, and then get paid in ADA, I believe, ADA and Indie. But you only get paid in Indie if you're participating in governance, voting on how they run the system. So that's Indie. MinSwap is actually the biggest DEX on Cardano. They've got the most TVL, but ViFi is actually, it's my favorite, and I've got most of my money in this, as I said, because this one has non-staked liquidity tokens, and that's kind of what I was showing you here. If I go into my NAMI, you'll see all these liquidity tokens. They're not there in my wallet. So I have, this is ADA X ViFi liquidity token. It's in my wallet. If I wanted to provide liquidity onto MinSwap, I have to stake it into the smart contract. So then I don't have those liquidity tokens in my wallet. And the reason why that means something to me essentially is eventually I'll be able to take those liquidity tokens. They're almost there. They're almost done building this, and put it on AADA. This is the borrowing and lending app. So if I have 20,000 ADA worth of liquidity tokens that are farming, creating that yield, that 80% yield, I can then say, hey, here's 20,000 ADA liquidity tokens. I want 10,000 ADA in regard to a loan. And then I'd take that 10,000 ADA and I'd dump it back into the farms. So just to give you an idea here, these are the APRs, right? So I've got 20,000 ADA in here, 19 whatever, making 86%. This one I've got 25,000 whatever, making 71%. And that's where this 77 is coming from. It's the percentage of my share of each one of these liquidity pools that I am in my farms, just to show you the ones that I am in again. So this one, 86%, and that's why I'm in the meme coin, because that's getting paid 150%. So yeah, I'll put 5,000 ADA into that. But yeah, so AADA is the premier lending and borrowing application on Cardano right now, and its token is appreciating heavily. MusicSwap's another exchange. Now, the thing that this does that the other ones doesn't is it has an aggregator. So if you wanted to trade 2 tokens, it's going to just find the cheapest one on Cardano. So if ViFi has a higher liquidity for ViFi, the ViFi token, it's going to route it through ViFi. But if you wanted something that was higher liquidity on MinSwap, it would route it through MinSwap. The governance token is Milk, and that has been pumping very, very well over the past few months as well. So then impermanent loss, when you are doing this yield farming, you have to take token A and put token B together, and you put them in these are arbitrary numbers, but you have to put them in at a 50-50 ratio. So if token B goes up, you lose 20% of your gains, essentially. So you would see here, if you just held them, half, 500 of this, 500 of this, it'd be worth 2,500. If you put them in liquidity, it would sell a little bit of B each time it goes up, and it'd sell it into A, and you'd only have $2,000 instead of 2,500 when you put 1,000 in initially. But that's why they give you 80 to 100% APR. And if the APR is in a token that's going up in value, such as ViFi, which has again gone up quite a bit, so I've been continuing to make ViFi tokens. If my computer doesn't blow up here, I've been able to make ViFi tokens this whole time. And since I've gotten into ViFi, if I can zoom out here real quick, I got in at, it was 0.7 ADA per ViFi or something. Oh, my poor computer. Too many decentralized applications running on it. So I got into ViFi, is even before this, I believe. This big spike, because I got this spike and then I sold. So I was probably in it down here, right? So I'm continuing to make an asset that's going up in value. This might hit 10 ADA. If the bull run is like similar bull runs, this could get up to 10 ADA. So all the projects I've shown you so far have been pretty big, pretty good chance for appreciation.